My words sounded magnanimous, but Jude's chest tightened as he studied my expression. I looked relaxed and even carried a radiant smile, as if I had finally shed a heavy weight. I was more beautiful than I had ever been in years. A strange, suffocating sensation rose in his chest, along with the sudden fear that something important was slipping through his fingers. While he was silent, Maddie's eyes reddened. Am I causing you trouble, Dr. Dixon? I'm so sorry. You gave me free treatments, stayed up with me every night until midnight, and even took me abroad into the mountains for psychological therapy. I feel grateful and indebted, so that's why I'm here. I didn't realize I'd be the cause of a fight. I'm so sorry. I'll leave right away. After all that explanation, of course, Maddie stayed. Jude even went out of his way to warn me to remember what I had said and not make things tough for her on purpose. With that, he gently brushed my cheek and murmured in a low voice, you don't have to force yourself to behave just to please me, Serena. I'm used to the noisy you. I changed the sheets in the master bedroom to your favorite set. Come back and sleep in the room tomorrow. His words seemed to ring a bell in my mind. They brought me back to the times in college, when Jude was the campus star. He had good looks and was cool, and brilliant in his studies. So, when I finally managed to win him over, I was so thrilled that I announced it to the world and staked my claim everywhere. I even yelled at the ladies who gave him love letters. It drew a lot of gossip and mockery. People said Jude and I were completely mismatched, that I behaved like a shrew, and that we would sooner or later break up. I was upset for 2 days. Jude heard about the comments. For the first time, he skipped class to find me, and pulled me into his arms. I like how noisy you are. That means you love me very much. But after we got married, my constant jealousy and tantrums wore him down. He went from comforting me to thinking I was too insecure, and eventually grew annoyed. He grew colder with every passing day until he finally scrawled a single line of diagnosis on the psychological evaluation form assessing my mental state. Perimenopausal shrew. Chapter 5. Goosebumps rose all over my arms again. That was when a sudden thought struck me. Jude probably wanted the spacious guest room for Maddie. The next day, I swapped rooms with her and moved into the nanny's room myself. But Jude's eyes darkened with suppressed, simmering anger. He was so distracted that he didn't even notice the coffee in his cup splashing scalding liquid onto Maddie's arm. That evening, he took Maddie into his study, and even shot me a look just before he entered the door, but I kept scrolling through my phone, unbothered. No one in the house but me, not even Oliver, was usually allowed in the study. But she was Maddie, so exceptions were unsurprising. Later, Jude started to enjoy making comparisons. He would praise her cooking as better than mine, how she kept the house cleaner than I did, and how she organized the study more efficiently than I ever had. I rolled my eyes in exasperation. He could praise Maddie all he wanted since she did a great job, but was it necessary to drag me down while he was at it? Seeing that I wasn't giving him the reaction he craved, his mood grew darker. I found it baffling and soon couldn't stand being in the same room as him. Maddie just gave me a piece of candy. Mom, can I eat it? Oliver, who had been uncharacteristically quiet these days, asked while holding up a wrapped candy. Eat it if you want, I replied without looking up from my phone. But it's a nougat cluster. So, he suddenly burst into loud, frantic sobs. Don't do this, Mom. Don't stop caring for me. I'm allergic to nuts, and you never used to let me eat them. I know that I've messed up. You were always doing what was best for me, so don't ignore me. I promise I'll behave from now on. My mind genuinely took a moment to catch up. Since recovering my memory, I had often been slow. Things I used to keep burned into my memory were slowly fading. Watching Oliver break down into a pathetic mess, I was completely at a loss and turned to Maddie. Maybe you should comfort him. He's always liked you. As she pulled him into her arms to soothe him, I seized the chance to make a quick exit and leave his wailing behind me. The woman I used to be would have felt the sharp pang of distress or guilt at the sight of his tears. But as I pressed a hand to my chest, I now felt nothing. During my amnesiac days, I would sometimes cry for no reason. My heart would ache so deeply that I couldn't sleep for nights. Perhaps I had simply run out of tears. My emotions had been drained dry, and I no longer had the strength to care. That evening, Jude went into the bathroom to shower. Minutes later, he called out, Serena, bring me my bathrobe. I was painting my nails, and didn't want to ruin